Hello and welcome to Crafting Kitty. This is take two on my end. The first time I recorded, everything looked fine on my end. I went to upload it and it was in slow motion, and what was a 17-minute video was trying to be a 54-minute video on YouTube. Ain't nobody got time for that. So hopefully this goes better. Okay, so this is my weekly roundup. I have mostly finished objects to show today, and I'm really only going to show one work in progress, the crochet along from the Crochet Crowd. So let's dive in. I have finished, oh, I got stuck. You won't believe this, but this happened the first time I did this video too. No, I've got a sewing needle in there to sew on the little heads, and Ernie got stuck on it. Okay, Ernie. I have finished Ernie. The next square in the, I'm sitting too far back. Next square on the BagODay crochet along. He's a little wonky, but that's the cable stitches and the post stitches. It will work out just fine. In the end, I'm sure of it. I'm sorry I drank something because I was a little parched after the first video, and now I'm got a little burpsies. Anyway, I love how fun this color is. I'm really excited to see how this thing ends up. I believe that's square 6, so we have 3 more squares and then a week of sewing together and edging. So probably about another month to go on that one if I've done my math correctly. Okay, second finished object. This was a work in progress last week. It is my Festive Dragon Chevron scarf. I followed Gary from Urban Yarns tutorial on this, and I enjoyed this a lot. I think it ends up so fun. I love the way the colors pop. So I used a solid, this is all willow yarn. The solid blue is a willow burrow, which is worsted 4. It's 75 acrylic, 25 wool. It is a little stiff. I think it's on the thicker side of a 4. And then the colored yarn is the willow wheel, self-striping, and the colored Nirvana. Both of these yarns came in the same willow mystery box from Hirschner's, so that was super awesome to be able to put together and make a project with it. I really love it. I think it was super fun. Once you got the hang of it, the repeat, it's just a 2-row repeat throughout. It really was an autopilot type thing. It's super reversible. I love it. I think it's such a versatile pattern. You could use so many different things. Gary and his uses 2 variegated yarns, and I think that turned out gorgeous. I mean, he is phenomenal at his color matching, his color work. Some of the things I look at the yarn he has, I'm like, there's no way that's gonna work. I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. So he is a mad genius up there in Canada. Anyway, I love the way that this kind of gradiates through and the pop of color with the constant, but I thought his with the variegated looked wonderful. I feel like it would have been a little better, maybe a little drapier, had I used 2 of the more silkier yarns. The wheel is a silkier, but I mean, I am definitely up for trying another one of these, and if I do, I'll just look for maybe 2 yarns that are a little more silkier to see if I can get that drape. I've got the wool in my mouth. Ugh, gross. Okay. Festive Dragon Chevron scarf. I have BagODay's corner to corner hat and scarf set. This is done in Lion Brand ice cream yarn, the cotton blend one. The color is lime. This was from a mystery box as well. This isn't a color I would have normally purchased myself, but I do quite like it. And I really like the cotton blend. I love the drape. In the tutorial, Crystal uses ice cream yarn, but she uses the ice cream roving. So at one point I had 6 balls of this for mystery boxes. What I did here was I made the hat, and I had 3 left. So I made the hat, used the other 2, and just crocheted away and went until the yarn was done. So there we have it. Ended up with maybe a little over 8 foot scarf. So it's pretty nice. I like that it's a thinner in width scarf, so if you don't want that bulkiness sometimes, and being the cotton, it's a bit lighter feeling, so it can be more of a shoulder season. And in this green, I think it would work so well as a spring scarf. So there we go. Next I have a dress. This is another Crystal at BagODay's pattern. Trying to check to make sure I get the back to me. And there we go. Okay. There really isn't a back to this. You can just kind of see the chain at one part. So the dress Crystal makes is yellow. This is kind of the pinafore style one. She it's like easy toddler dress, and then I think it's called like the sunflower buttercream lemon drop, something to do with yellow. It's adorable, the one she makes. On this one I did lengthen the straps when I did what Crystal recommended, which I believe was 22. I tested on my daughter. It just wasn't quite wide enough. Like I've mentioned before, she has a long torso. So I added 10 extra rows, 32 strap, and it works much better for her. With the deep sides, I intend on putting a shirt under it, so I'm not worried about it cutting a little bit too low. I think in this one, when she wears it, it looks a bit more like an overall, and I think that's adorable. So the skirt is let me get one layer for you, a V-stitch and a shell. I honestly don't know the difference between a fan and a shell, so we're just gonna call that a shell, and if it's a fan, it might be a fan. But there you go. And it was a nice easy repeat. When you got to the skirt, it was really just a 1-row repeat, and then the bodice and straps are just single crochet, super fast. This is that same yarn that I had that I made the 2 blankets out of, and that other dress, and I thought, well, I'll make one more dress and I'll run out of it. I still have about half a pound of it left. So it's the yarn that just won't stop giving. So I found Crystal had a child's shawl pattern. So I'm going to try to make that, and I'm just going to go until the yarn is gone. And that'll be it. We'll be done with this blue. It's a lovely blue, but holy buckets, I'm a bit sick of looking at it. Okay, my last finished item is, well, I guess I don't know how you call the weeks on the Crochet Crowd Crochet Along. I did finish week 2. So I've got that finished, but that's also my work in progress. So anyway, my son's jogger pants. I've actually finished them. French terry, just a little cuff on the bottom. It's got covered elastic waistband. It's got this little made by mom, be kind tag, so he knows which side is the back. And this is the fabric is French terry from Purple Seamstress. She has a website, but I normally just contact her through Facebook. I believe her fabric is unbelievably reasonably priced, and it's all such good quality, so I cannot recommend her enough. Yeah, so for her French terry, this is, I believe, the two-tone charcoal, and the pattern I use, I'm trying not to get my face up in your face, it's a paid pattern. I just looked it up. It's a $9.95 for the full price pattern. They often have sales. If you buy multiple patterns at a time, they give you a little bit of bulk discount. I believe it's 3/5. If you buy 3 patterns, you get X amount off. 5 patterns, X amount off. 7 and more, you get X amount off. Otherwise, they do have sales from time to time. But it's the Peekaboo Patterns Jordan jogger, and I love the Peekaboo patterns because it's just a PDF. You can print off as many copies as you need. This has sizes newborns through 12 years old, and it comes with shorts option, jogger option, and capri option. So I mean, at $9.99, $9.95, this is a steal, and if you can get it on sale, it's even more of a steal. They're very easy to follow. I think they're fantastic. And we will move on to my, wait, where's my my hook? There we go. Okay, so I did finish week 2 of the Crochet Crowd Crochet Along. As I show it to you, you're gonna see I've snooped forward a little bit. I was looking at the pattern and saw how much was crammed into week 4. So crammed is a bit negative word. It's a lot in week 4, and I'm worried about how long it's gonna take me to do it. So I thought I'd see if I could work ahead, and if I figured it out, I'd keep going. If it was a challenge, I'd stop and wait for Mikey's video. But I think this is a testament to Mikey's teaching, because I had not even heard of a waterfall stitch prior to week 1, and I had no problems figuring out the pattern up here. It is so nice. I am loving this. So there's week 1. Week 2 is the arrows. I'm using white water. I think it's called white water. Maybe it's blue water. Anyway, some sort of water. Chevron Ombre Jumbo. Or Chevron Jumbo Ombre. Those 3 words in some order. Chevron Jumbo Ombre in Lake Mist. And the background color I'm using, Chevron 1 pounder in Dove. And there you go. So I do have a question if anybody knows. My theory is it's the way the waterfall on the diagonal is pulling the fabric and kind of warping it. But I'm also open to being a tension issue. It's not a stitch count issue because I counted, recounted. It worked out. I got the right number of stitches. But on one end of the arrows, it's cinched in and kind of booped. And on the other end of the arrows, it's got a little bulge. I'm not worried. I don't expect or even attempt for perfection in anything I make. But if anybody has an idea or can confirm my theory, I would love to hear about it. Because if it's a tension issue and that's something I need to work on, I'm totally open for that. But if it's just that's the way the cookie crumbles with the pulling there, that's fine too. So that's that. And then that's everything. So work in progress is still that blanket. I've still got my temperature blanket going. I've still got my son's fire sweater flames going. I've still got my cardigan I'm working on for myself, and I've cut, and I'm probably close to 50% done with another pair of joggers for my son. So last week was incredibly productive, and I don't know where I found the time, but I'll take it. So yesterday we picked up our new dog. We're so excited. And this week we have my husband's birthday and then Easter. So I don't know if there'll be a midweek video this week. We'll see. And I'll try to do the weekly roundup on Saturday rather than Sunday. I think I've kind of jumped between the 2 days here. Yeah, that's about it. My Hobie order has entered the country, but I have no idea where it is. I'm a little frustrated with the post board updating. It just says, has reached the country of destination, but doesn't say like where in the country it is. So I don't know. Who knows when that's coming. And then Lion Brand got me with their clearance sale they had last week, and I don't know. I don't have a shipping number. I don't have any shipping information other than the updates they periodically send saying, hey, we got your order, haven't forgotten about you. In the meantime, would any of this interest you? Sorry, I don't place a second order until I get my first order, so that's all well and good, but nope. I'm gonna deal with one order at a time from companies. So yeah, so I don't have really any other purchases planned until I finish my next 10 items, because I've had a lot of naughty purchases here. I guess they're not naughty, they're just off-cycle deals that one couldn't refuse. And so I'm going to try to stick to my 10, finish 10 items, make 10 projects, make a purchase. I believe I'm on 6 items completed. Oh, I also have a 2-color hat that I'm working on with some of the yarn I got from the 20-pound Kramer mystery box. There was 2 partial skeins of green and a gold. Making a hat with that one, so that should be done very soon. I'm starting the brim now. Well, not right now. I'm recording. But yeah, it's in the basement to be worked on. And now I'm rambling. So I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful week. If I don't see you midweek, I'll try to see you next weekend. And stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.